That is my bad. I screwed up. I think I pressed the wrong button. Now I don't really know what's going on. I don't know if I'm live or not. Uh, yeah, I definitely screwed up that last one there. But I think we're live now. Let's check it. Now I don't really know what's going on. I don't know if I'm live or not. We are live. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. I pressed the wrong button on the live stream. And this is a new setup for me. You can now see me from both. Hello, Evil's Master. Hello there. Welcome to the setup. I have a. It's a little bit different than what I usually do. So, hold on. I'm still trying to figure this out. Make sure we've got a good thing going here. I need to get a better webcam for this stuff. I'm painting with oils today. I have my little palette, which is still from yesterday. Beautiful thing from with oils, the fact that they don't dry up instantly like acrylics do. Also, they stink a little bit, so I'm gonna open the window tiny bit. Thank you very much. Thank you. I tried my best with this. I'm glad I can use my phone as like a wireless thing. I don't know if there's going to be like a delay or anything, but most important thing is you can see what's going on. Got some oil. I don't know what it's called in English. Is it linseed oil? I have no idea. It's what you use for oil painting, I guess. Got my brushes. I realize this is a little bit off camera. A little quiet. Damn it, see, I knew. It's this damn microphone. Hold on, maybe this, because I got on my hat. That's gonna be loud. I'm so sorry. Maybe this will help. I'm gonna make sure to take this off so it doesn't hit the microphone. If not, I might change to my phone, just my phone, because this little mic sometimes has weird issues. I'll figure this all out eventually. Completely. Does this help at all? I put the mic down here. Hopefully that'll make a difference. If not, I'll see if I can. Is there a filter I can put on that's gonna make this a little louder? Limiter? No, limiter's not going to do that. I think a compressor might help out a little bit. Ooh. Maybe a little louder. Maybe a little too loud now. Way better? Oh, okay, hold on. Maybe I'm doing too much now. Thank you for letting me know, by the way. Hopefully I haven't made this much worse. I can see it going into reds now, and I don't think that's going to be good. But if this made it much worse, I can just go back. So let me know. Alright, let me get set up with the painting stuff. I don't have the greatest selection of... Well, I do actually have some nice brushes, but I don't really know how to use them. Hopefully this is bearable and you can actually listen to this without getting your ears exploded. Maybe I should check myself as well. Let me... Oh, okay, okay. So as long as it's not like popping or anything, then we should be good. We should be fine. I'm gonna hear myself now. Hopefully this is bearable. And... Okay, yeah, that's good. That sounds good. Oh god. Y'all making me nervous, man. What the hell? Can't be doing this. Let's make sure I'm not reflecting too much here. Got a janky lighting setup. It's been working so far, so I'm gonna try and do something now, I guess. I don't know if I'm gonna use the, oh, you know what, I don't even have my reference up. Man! No. We'll get there, I promise. Okay, I got my reference up a little bit here. I'm gonna move it over just so I can see the stream here, and I can put my reference over here. Cool. Alright. Chat's gone now. This is not going well. I will get into the painting very shortly. Alright, let's just put this here. I wish I had a printer. I would have just printed the reference so it would be a lot easier to see and understand. I'm very new to painting, by the way. Well, I painted in school. Never painted with oils. I did a little bit of oil painting at home last year, but I didn't do too much of it, and it was very basic oil painting. It was literally just getting oils and throwing them onto a canvas. So now I'm actually trying to do something. And when I was actually painting before, I was using just white and, which one is it? I have Prussian blue, because Zdzisław Beksiński is the one he uses. Actually, this is a better camera to show it to. I have some Prussian blue. So that was, I only had 2 materials, and they were done on this canvas, which I painted over recently because I think it didn't really turn out too good. So I was like, you know what, I'm never going to finish this. Let me take this opportunity to start again and do something different, which I'm doing now. And I decided to choose something even harder. Oh, let's talk about it. I think oils have a bad reputation of being like the hardest ones to use. So let's talk about acrylics first, right? Acrylics are like the one that everyone uses. Acrylics or poster paints, but mainly acrylics. A lot of people tend to use that first. They dry very quickly. They are very similar to oils when you use them, but they dry extremely fast. And pretty much if you see the marks I did here now, they wouldn't be dry yet, but give it a couple minutes and it would be dry. Whereas oils, I finished, what you see here is what I painted yesterday, and some of it is actually, like this bit here, that's still wet, and these parts here, like this was done yesterday and it's still wet. Sebros. I am. That's a compliment. That's a massive compliment. Yeah, so oils take a much longer time to dry. They're also a little bit more, how do you put it? There's a little bit more thought with using these. You need a couple more materials and stuff to actually use oils. But acrylics, they will dry very quickly. They use like because they're called acrylics, they use a plastic pigment or something like that. And oils, they have something else. They have like powdered pigments. You see, that's the thing. I actually think they're easier because what's going on is you've got way more time to make adjustments. Like if I don't like this, I can still move it around and I can blend with it. It's hard and it's easier. I know that's not the greatest answer you could get, but it's like, I think it's easier because it's just way more forgiving. Like if you make a stroke, you can change it. Whereas with acrylics, that's dry. You can paint over it, so it's not a problem, but I actually don't think these are as hard as people will say they are. That being said, painting in general is quite a hard thing to do, so that's another thing. But I actually think they're a little easier to use than acrylics. Definitely more enjoyable. I do like using them a little bit more. And the colors, oh man, they're so vibrant compared to like acrylics. Maybe I've just used bad acrylics, probably that being a reason, but I don't know, the colors just look a lot nicer. Also, but the only thing I'm struggling with right now is knowing what brush to use. I don't know if it's supposed to be like such a big difference when using these, but I don't know, some brushes really, really don't work as well as they do with acrylics. But I'm gonna say that's probably my fault. Like this right now is not really, it's not really doing a good job here. I might have to choose a different one. Where's my... Also, this stuff kind of sucks. This is a turpentine. This one's meant to be odorless, but it still stinks. This stuff I don't like because it stinks, and it's technically toxic, so it's best to keep a ventilated room. I've heard that there's some like paint thinner stuff which is natural and completely non-toxic, but I didn't come across that at the shop. I've only come across this. I'm going to use a bigger brush. This has so far been my favorite brush. I'll show you in a second. But yeah, and this oil paints are completely different to things like watercolors. So, but that's, I'm sure you knew that. All watercolors are like in a different realm. They're very transparent. Whereas oil colors, they are transparent if you thin them down enough, but they don't work the same way as watercolors. And gouache is a cool one as well, but they're also more like watercolors. No, I'm very sure it's not toxic to plants. I've not heard of that. I think it's just toxic to humans, which is probably worse. Plants are like natural filters, right? So they'll filter out stuff like this. I shouldn't be focusing on this yet. I've read everywhere that it's better not to be... Oh. Don't say that, because Dominica here is... she's in the other room, and now she's gonna want me to stop painting because there's plants here. I'm sure that's not going to do anything to plants. The only thing that is done recently is that we have a gas stove, and the solvents, I read about this, when you burn them, when you burn your gas stove and you have like turpentine open, something mixes with the particles. Something mixes with the particles, and it creates like a weird... You know, like fuel for your lighters, it creates a smell like that. So that's the only thing that's happened with this recently. And I was wondering, why is my gas smelling weird? But it turns out it was this, so I guess it's actually a better solution. Or better scenario. With the plant, you know what plant that is. That's a snake plant. I got you that plant. It's a nice plant. What am I doing now? That's a little bit too light. I don't know if you can hear that. Someone's showering in another room. Got a little bit. I am focusing on the light areas too much. I need to be doing the darker ones. Go from the dark to light with these. That's what I've heard everywhere, and I don't know why I'm not following it now. I'm focusing on the light areas. Let me get some darker paint going. I'll lighten it up a tiny bit. It's kind of cool. It looks like I'm like multiplying this paint. Oh yeah, I used to have an apartment that had zero light, and I couldn't really have too many plants there because just they wouldn't live very well. I'm a very firm believer in the fact that the less you care about your plants, like the less gentle you are with them, the more they'll grow. So I would recommend just try putting in some of them, maybe some will work, and you'll actually get some just growing, because you can't care. You know, you've got to be like, oh, I don't care. You know, you do you, and then next week you come back and it's like 5 times bigger. I'm sure that's how it works. I'm not the plant expert here. I would ask Dominika for plant advice. She's taken good care of them so far. I'm kind of just blocking this stuff in. Ah, see? Yeah, that's the one. This is a plant. They're great. We have one of those. And it's the one that grows the best. See, I think I get a little caught up with the brushes because now oh no. Now I want to use a different one because I don't know if this one's doing the right job for me. See, I can, with this, I made a little bit of a mistake. So I'm going to just come back, grab the towel, and I'm going to try and remove it. Yeah, see, that kind of works a little bit. Ah, yes, yeah, that is a problem. They're almost like pets. Oh, what's up, Josh? Good to see you here, man. Let me clean this one. I'm going to use it later. Actually, I don't need to clean it. It's covered in oil. I'll clean it later. I might need to use it. Trying to see what paintbrush I could use. Maybe I'll try this one. This one might work. Cheers, man. It's my first attempt at a very difficult reference. I have no idea why I chose this as my first one. Oh, look at this. This is going to be good for blocking all this stuff in and being a little bit more detailed. Should have used this from the beginning. One thing I have found with oils, you have to be very delicate when you put down the paint. It is a lot more delicate. That sounds like a pretty good analogy, man. That's a reality check right there. That's what's going on. I would say that I would agree with that, definitely. They're easier to take care of, right? And way more accessible. I'm very much aware that this is going to take a very long time. And it's very difficult. I did choose quite a hard reference to go with. So. I'm going to go down here as well a little bit. I have some of this pre-mixed paint, but I see some of it's gone a little bit thicker. Yeah, see, I don't know. There is skill involved, a lot of skill, but I actually do think these are a little bit easier than other paints because they're a little bit more forgiving. But it is not easy. Oh man, that's cute. What breed do you have? Oh, I've got my seat because you can't even see me down here. Just kind of start blocking this in a little bit. But yeah, I definitely, everything I said about the oil paints, I definitely think they're still very hard to use, just because I think painting in general is very difficult. Digital painting is nothing like this. Obviously everything, oh, beagle, oh, those are cute. Oh, that's a good one. All of them are great. Except I don't like chihuahuas though. That's, not a fan. Beagles are absolutely awesome though. Watercolor, yeah, watercolor is actually quite hard to control. It can get out of hand very, very quickly. Watercolor just has a mind of its own usually, but I think that's what people like about it. So there's kind of like a reason for it, I guess. I definitely need to think about getting like some sort of a better lighting for this, because this doesn't work very well. Plus, it does make it a little bit light for you guys. Got some more paint. I'll be back on camera in a minute. I just need to be down here for a bit. I don't know why, but I find it a lot harder to see what I'm doing when I'm painting. It would be a lot easier to have this reference in front of me. I should have put this on my phone. Oh. I need to check them out, actually. I'll have a look in a second, to be honest. Let me plug my phone in so I can get this reference on my phone. That would make life a lot easier. I don't know why I never thought of that. I've got my little iPhone here that guy make. Yeah, all these pros make it look simple, man. I was watching a YouTuber for like painting tips and stuff, trying to learn like how I can go along with this and what I can do to make these paintings look better. And he was just a machine, man. But that's what happens when you practice a lot. So I'm hoping to get to that at some point. I'll block in some of these things and then I'll have a look on here. Have a look what the guy you're talking about. Maybe I should make this lower so you guys can actually see. There we go. Great. I'll probably be standing up in a minute. So. Yeah, I definitely don't like the reference being all the way down there. I should maybe focus on one area rather than jumping around. Nah, bro, don't worry about it. I definitely need to bounce around a little bit with this. I'm very much out of my comfort zone with this because I don't paint. But I reckon that's how we grow. That's how we get better. So I think there's a gap here. Kinda. I've made it very hard for me to understand what I've actually like painted here with the underpainting. So I'm definitely not helping myself out. The chin is like here. So there's something going on here. I'll block in a little bit of paint. See, my brush is too dry now, so I need to go and apply something. And it probably wasn't the best idea to paint down here because now I don't have support. Let me get a little bit more oil on here. Grab some of this. Let me know if I'm breathing too loud into this mic. I just realized that could be an issue. I'm gonna wipe this off just so I don't mix. Oh, where did I put the damn paper towels? A little white in here. A little bit more oil, which I have dripped on the table a little bit. Oh no. Who knows, maybe it would make this table look a lot nicer. That's for sure. I'll zoom that in. Alright, let's have a look at who you were talking about real quick. What was his name? Oh, yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. Hold on. Man, that's my bad. I subbed to this guy recently on YouTube. He's awesome. He does make it look very easy. He is a natural with this. I watched him, I think he was painting some fruit. That's like the first video I saw of him. Yeah, this man is, he is godlike. He makes this stuff look very easy. You are correct. That's a very, very talented man there. Let's go back. Grab that paintbrush. Load it up with paint. Reloaded. Ready to go. Where are we going? Let's go. Have I done that right? Yeah, I think so. Go over here. A little bit more. I was gonna do a normal Photoshop stream, but I figured this will be this is what I'm feeling at the moment, so I'm trying to do content and stuff around what I'm actually doing and feeling, rather than like forcing myself to always focus on something else. Maybe I don't know if that's a good approach or not, but that's what I'm doing. Grab a little bit more of that dark. Yeah. I mean, there is times where you should, like 100% times where you should do that, and you should, not let things like art block get in the way, because if you push through it, it's gonna make your life a lot better, and it's gonna make you improve a lot faster. So I think, doing stuff like not relying on motivation, but I think, but that sort of, if you do focus too much on stuff you don't want to do, it's absolutely going to lead to burnout, and I know that happens quite a lot. But if you push through it, you're gonna be a very happy person. If you push through something like that. Usually when I get something like art block, I notice it when I get to a painting which is really difficult, or when I get to a drawing which is really difficult, which I guess is kind of this right now. When I notice I'm at that point where it's just really hard and I think about leaving it, that's a no-go. That's not going to lead to anything good. If I leave this and not come back to it or anything like that, it's just going to be, that's wasted energy, wasted momentum. If I push through it, I'll get through that momentum, and I'll come out a better artist. So that I believe in. But constantly doing something you don't want to do is, especially in the fact for like me right now when I'm trying to make videos around stuff, if I try to focus too much on doing things I don't want to do, I'm not going to make better videos. And that's another aspect of this that I want to focus on, because I like doing the videos. That's why. So yeah, I'm trying to find a good balance, I guess. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Making some lighter paint here. I think I'm going a little bit too light. Wipe this off. That's better. A little bit of oil. I need to get a thingy cam, paint palette cam as well. That would be cool. Maybe I should focus on blocking stuff in first, right? That might be a better approach. God, what am I? Is that? No, there's a gap here. See, this is where stuff gets difficult with the painting. For some reason, my mind isn't connecting the things I'm doing here as well as it does when I'm drawing. That's probably just the inexperience. No worries. Thank you for being here, by the way. I really appreciate it. Enjoy your meal. Make sure you get something nutritious. Thank you, by the way. Appreciate that. It's good to hear that, because I'm not 100% confident on this. This area here is going to be much, much lighter, so I am no master at this, but give me some time and I'll impress you. I will. Where else are we looking at the lighter areas? We've got some stuff going on here. I guess I can start coming in here and making this a little lighter. Doing some stuff like this, like all this blocking in, might make me feel a little better about this painting, rather than constantly focusing on the small stuff. Am I regretting choosing a reference like this? Slightly. Just a little bit. Grab a little bit of white. Just so we've got a nice amount of paint to work with. If I water it down even more, just so I'm like actually blocking this stuff in. And I realize I'm using the wrong medium for this, because I should be focusing on something that's not, doesn't make this so fluid, but so oily, so it dries a little faster. Too late. Yeah, I think it's best if I focus on like blocking these things in, just so I can have a better awareness of what I painted. Might be a better tactic. I haven't watched many tutorials on how to like paint with oils, because I kind of want to learn it on my own, but it's definitely not going to make this any easier. Yes. I wish them well from me, man. Have fun. Would be nice to see you guys. Godspeed, bro. I do like how this flows. It's very, very satisfying. I need to start lightening this area up a little bit. Grab some white. Oil paint blends incredibly. It is so nice to blend. Hopefully my phone will be fairly charged. Oh. Let's see. Nope, 18%. That is not a lot. Let's go a little lighter again. Not listening to what the guides are telling me. I am doing my own thing. I need to get like a little table here or something. How are we looking? It's nice having the stream up because I can actually kind of see my painting from further away, see how it's looking. That's something helpful. It's much lighter here, so I'll add that in. I'm sure it'll get quite difficult trying to refine edges. I think that will be quite a hard thing, especially with someone who's like from a background like me that's just constantly drawing rather than painting. I think that's going to make it a little harder, not having lines, but that's a nice gradation, I guess. That looks kind of nice, this bit here. I realize you're having to look at the bottom of this stream. Let's adjust that a little bit, just so it's more visible. I'm going to actually clean... Oh, I'm actually going to clean this brush now. Just so it doesn't solidify on me. I don't want it to do that. Let's adjust the camera so you guys are seeing. It's the one thing I don't like about the iPhone camera. It does some weird stuff when you adjust things. That didn't help much, did it? Now you can see the mess under here. That's alright. I'm an artist. I'm very messy. Let's thin out this paint a little bit. Let's get a little bit more light up in here. The one thing I should follow, however... Oh, now I'm blocking most of it with my hand. Can't get it right. One thing I have seen is the lighter you go with paintings, it's very popular to put more paint on. So the dark areas should be the thinnest of the painting and the lightest areas should be the thickest. So I guess we should go by that. Should try to at least. This area of the painting is almost completely white, so I should start working towards that, I guess. I'm almost going to shape this out for myself. I'm sure with time I'll come up with a way of doing all this that's most comfortable to me. I think the most important thing is trying. I have to be gentle here because you can see oil paint moves around very easily. So I'm making like these unwanted marks here, like this little line. Oh, yeah, see? It's very, very gentle with it. I should have a dry brush for blending too. That's I've seen quite popular. Dry this one off. See if that will work. Do a little bit of blending here. Oh, yeah, that kind of works. Let's get a little more white in here. See if how that works. Oh, that's beautiful. I like these brushes. I think are my favorite, like the natural bristle, the thick ones. See if it's gonna focus. What is this? A Colibri. I don't know where I got this. I think it was from there's a shop in Katowice called Paper Concept. I think that's where I bought it. See, it's a little bit harder to apply here. It's probably because it's semi-dry. There's some semi-dry paint down here, so maybe I should... Oh, yeah, I've covered it. Sorry. Let's see if this angle will make things a little bit better. You're going to see me moving that around quite a lot. I should use this brush with some we'll make this a little more wet. Making a little bit of progress with this. It's going somewhere. Let's see, maybe I should do a little work on the nose. I don't want to get caught up on these big areas yet, or these little areas yet. Look how much I have left to do. I should be just blocking stuff in now, rather than focusing on this stuff. Focus on the big picture, not the little picture. Kind of a harsh angle here. Much lighter over here, so I might start blending this a little bit. This area is definitely too dark, and I kind of screwed this up, so I'm going to use my finger a little bit. This area needs to be much lighter than it is. Let's work on that. Grab some white. I did read that I should be mixing with a palette knife, but I'm not doing that. Let's put in some of this lighter paint here. Some more light paint here. Some more light paint here. Some women arguing outside. There's lighter stuff coming in from here too. This is going to blend nicely. Some more up here. I'll have the reference with me closer up in a moment. I'm just going to put this here. I'm going to paint over it anyways. Let's try and blend this area a little bit, because I think it's a tiny bit too harsh. Although it is quite a harsh shadow in the actual reference, but this whole area in general is much lighter in the in the reference itself. This should lighten it up a little bit. It's almost completely white area here. Maybe I should stop focusing on these little like fabric things first and just try and establish the values that are going on, and then I should kind of come in with the details afterwards. Maybe I'm kind of working on this wrong. If I put in all the paint here, it might make it a little bit easier for me to understand in the long run, because there's just a lot going on here that I'm not familiarizing myself with. Nice, good English. Familiarizing. All right, let's get the camera angle moving again. Well, what's the time? Still got a bit of time to go. Back to the big angle. There we go. It's looking okay, I guess. Definitely better than my previous painting. Let's see if I can get this reference on my little phone here. Got 31%, so it's a little better. I'm gonna airdrop this to myself. Is this gonna airdrop it to the right one, or is it gonna screw up my camera? I guess we'll find out in a minute. Nothing. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Love technology. Oh, there it is. There's a reference. I actually have it with me now. Let's hope that makes a difference. Let's hope this makes things a little easier. I'm out of white. You do go through a lot of white with painting. That is, it's a very popular color. No, well, you need it for like everything. That's why. So now I can actually focus on this. Should have done this from the beginning. Try and make the nose here. Let's make this area a little bit more straightforward, and then I'll focus on the details at a later date. I'm going to just try and focus a little more on getting this to the right hue, trying to understand that a little better, because it's just a little too much information for my brain to deal with at the moment. And here as well, this is the kind of value that I should have been going for at the beginning. For my first painting in like a very long time, I wouldn't say it's terrible. Could use some work, but definitely made worse paintings in my life. I think it's very important to be subtle with this stuff. Yeah, definitely this bit here, not going to work too well. I need to blend that. Might take off a little bit of this paint with a paper towel in a second. Don't think that's doing what I want it to be doing right now. But this here, I'm making it look a little better. Blend over this as well. I noticed that's what's happening on the reference here. There's it's like a divide here. I'll blend this a little bit more as well. This stuff is not going to dry anytime soon. It's I've got a lot of linseed oil, or I think it's linseed oil, I don't know what it is in English, going on here, so it's definitely going to take a while to dry. The gap between the lips and the nose here, it's looking a bit big. Might have to drop the nose down a little bit. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I think I need some white. Definitely need some white. Clean off the brushes. Grab a little bit of white. Let's go in with the white. Actually, first, I'll take a little bit of this nose off. Take a little bit of this. Oh no, I don't know if that's going to work as well as I want it to. That's just making a mess. Yeah, I've just kind of stripped the paint off. That's all right. We'll go back to it afterwards. See if I can kind of repair it with this. See if I drop down the nose a little bit more. It needs to be a tiny bit bigger as well. Yeah, I might have to wait for this to dry before I do anything. That looks terrible now. I'll have to give it some time to dry. The thing that I liked the most, like out of the tips and stuff that I looked at, someone said stop treating oil paint as if it's acrylic or watercolor, just let it be oil paint. So stop trying to get it to dry so quickly. That's not the point. That's not why you're working with oil paint. So, wise words. That's definitely something to think about. It's like, why are you doing this with oils? Well, because they dry slow and because you can get this and this effect out of it. So stop trying to make it something that it's not. I'm going to actually try and do the same thing with the eyes. So I'll actually put in the information I want on these. Now, why am I looking over there? I've got the reference here now. Probably should stand up a little bit. you know what I'm gonna do to make this feel a little bit more complete than it is before I finish up? I'm gonna do the background just so we have like a feeling of progress being made. This is obviously the darkest area of the entire painting. To be honest, I've actually what I should have considered is actually putting this in earlier so I can use this as a reference point for the other values. It wouldn't have been a terrible idea to do so, thinking about it now. No, should have done that earlier. And this paint is also starting to dry up a little bit. I might have to start with a new palette tomorrow, which hoping I can get the same hue and stuff when making this again. Alright. Got another one here. Definitely more of a fan of the longer brushes. The short ones don't do the trick, but the one I'm using right now isn't really made for oil painting. This was made for like watercolors, gouache, and all that stuff. You guys can't even see what I'm doing, can you? No. You'll see, I'll show you in a second what I've done. I will refine this filming angle eventually. Let's get a little more paint. Right now she's kind of looking like a zombie, but yeah. The darkest point, that's that going over here. This is going to be the darkest point, and there's like a very dark point around here which I can kind of block in. And there's like a very dark point around here which I can also block in. These are like the darkest points of the entire painting. Maybe I should be a little bit more loose with this stuff, right? Maybe. Just go crazy artist mode on this. There's very dark areas here around the eye. This we've worked on a little bit. I'll bring in a little bit of that darkness. Yeah, you know what? That's it. Feeling that energy burnt out today. I know that's kind of pathetic. Let me take this back a little bit so you guys can see what we've done. I did that bit up there just a second ago. Sorry for the wobble. So I did this. Welcome to presentation mode. The darker areas up here, that's what I just filled in. Let's see. Light is yeah, it's gonna make it better. Sorry for this cam. You're gonna have to see a glowing orb of light for a second. Do you guys like my, what's it called, softbox? It's a Zara bag. This, without it, look at that, you got much harsher light, but I guess you can kind of see it better. Stepping back though, that's not terrible. This obviously needs a lot of refining and everything, which we'll get to obviously, but that's for a very difficult reference, I think it's going okay. I think it's going more than okay even. Let me clean up a little bit, clean the brushes, and then we'll hop on the computer for a second. So I'm just going to pause this for the moment, and I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Let me know how this sounds, because it's a different microphone now. Should be a little better. We're back. Let's transition into our scene. I'm gonna take the hat off. Oh no, this is going back on because I've got that line going on. I'm just kind of here to wrap things up a little bit. Or show you guys what I was working on actually recently. Got the thumbnail. Look at this, some of the digital stuff I was doing. Some practice, just some basic practice, nothing fancy. Figure drawing, trying to do a little bit of shading. Get this. Good thing I have a limiter on, because otherwise I think that would hurt. That probably did hurt. I do apologize for people watching. Yeah, I should move this in a little bit. Still figuring out this new mic stand. There we go. That should be better. So very dark. Let me get some light on me. Yeah, that's a little better. I will eventually get a better sorry. What's it called? Webcam, that's the one. We'll eventually get a better webcam. As I do more live streams, it'll come in handy. Put the layers back. Come on, why are you not? Go in. There we go. That's the recent layer I was working on. I've got my references on my PureRef. Let's load recent on here. This one, yeah, that's the one I was using. This stuff, a little bit more familiar with this. It's a little easier to understand. Yeah, that's good. So this stuff here, this is more of my comfort zone. Doing the digital painting and digital drawing. Even then, not the best at it. Still just learning. I think it's important that we keep learning. That's the best thing you can always do. I don't really know why I went on this. I'm finishing up the stream in a minute. I guess I wanted to show you guys. Maybe there's something else I can show you. Let's check if I'll put us in the little. Oh no, it's not working. Put us in a little therapy room whilst I look for this. Hold on, just gonna make sure I throw in. Nope. No oils. Yeah, just finished up with them for the moment. We got some good stuff done with that. I'm gonna return to the normal scene. Got a bit of progress today. You can't see it now, can you? But yeah, some progress was made, but that energy kind of ran out. So I figured I'll come on here, I'll show you some stuff with this, and then I'll finish up. Been going for over an hour now, nice. But I will return to the oils soon, as if not today, but thanks man, thanks. See this is more comfort zone here in this area. This I'm a little bit more familiar with, but even then I am on the road of practicing my fundamentals at the moment. I bought some charcoal as well. So I'm looking to actually do some stuff around charcoal. I bought some of these nice charcoal pencils, and I want to do some figure drawing. I want to study some figure drawing. I'm looking for some classes here where I live. No idea if there are any, because the ones I found so far have been a bit complicated. I think they're more university courses than actual live drawing classes, but I'll have to see a little bit more about them. So I need to make this head a little longer. See, I can't do it. Technically, you can do this with oils. You can drag oils out very much. Yeah, charcoal's a good material to learn with, especially when it comes to like trying to focus more on realism. And it's a great material because it's very quick to use. You're supposed to be very loose with it. I have some like charcoal sticks as well. It's supposed to be very loose material, so it's great for like studying. Some people make beautiful art with it as well. And the powder you get from like sharpening it, very awesome stuff. You can use it to like just quickly block in shadows and everything. Yeah, it's good. I also got a video to edit, so that's why I'm going to be shortly finishing up this live stream. Also, I'm making them look very stupid. Doesn't look good. Let me... We'll leave that there for now. But yeah, I've got a video to edit, which that should be fun. I spent majority of my morning, for some reason, working on the intro, like an intro sequence for those types of videos. It's going to be an art talk video. I made a little intro in After Effects, which was actually a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing that. Just realized that there lines up here very nicely. That's the way it should be. Perfect. Thank you, man. So I'm going to be editing that video. Hopefully going to get that done very soon. So it's up on the channel. I think people have been wanting an art talk for a while. It's been... The last one I did was 31st of December, so literally the day before the new year. Also, see, I missed some information here, man. Look, hold on. Look at that. I forgot to add all that in. Oh no, I've kind of screwed it up a little bit. Oh, thank you. I'm excited to make it. It's I'll tell you actually, since it's about using design. It was an idea put through on our Discord by, it's pronounced Jeremy. He made a cool idea. If I can make a video talking about like designers that I used to learn about and designers that I know about, and that was Dieter Rams, and how maybe we can use like his design principles in our artwork, which actually when recording it came out to be quite interesting. So I'm hoping you'll enjoy that one. I think that was it's going to be a cool episode. Just need to edit it nicely, because I do want to start putting a little bit more effort into like the editing of the videos. It all depends on what videos I'm doing, because there's a type of art talk I want to do which is just me drawing and talking, and I just want you guys to have that. And then there's a type of art talk where I want to kind of do a little bit more explaining with the imagery and stuff, and that's going to be that one, because there's a little bit more to talk about. So, and some visual aid is always going to be good, so I'm hoping to put a little bit more effort into that one. Well, not hoping, I will be. So it might take a little longer, but I do want to take the approach of quality over quantity, but I also don't want to leave the channel without any videos for a while. So it's always my priority to keep producing stuff, because I like it. I love doing it. Thank you, man. I'm glad you are intrigued by it. I can't wait to make it. Just blocking in some shapes here. That's why I want to do some live drawing, and I want to focus on this stuff, because this I always miss this information when I'm drawing or painting. I don't add this stuff in, and I just don't have the knowledge of it. And whenever I'm drawing it, like for example now, I find it very overwhelming. So that's the sign for me that I do need more practice. It's like my brain isn't registering this as well as other things, and that's a clear message for me that it needs to be worked on and it needs to be developed further. It's yeah, it depends, because I have videos where it's a lot easier to make them, with the sense that it takes less editing, but in trade-off, it's a lot harder to do without like live doing it. Because if I'm doing like a drawing video or fundamentals days, I'm trying to focus on the drawing, I'm trying to focus on what to say, I'm trying to focus on the angle, everything. Like there's never a shortcut, and I never want there to be a shortcut. Everything has its own like set of skills and things you should do. Like for me, I was trying to learn how to speak more clearly and better in these videos, just so it's better to listen to when I'm doing something like a fundamentals days video, because I don't like doing editing there, because it's not the type of video that should have editing, in my opinion. It's the type of video that needs to just have the process and nothing else, because that's what it is. It's my process of trying to be better, and it's the process that I'm trying to portray for other people so that they can also follow it. So then there's more work in the sense of I have to be better at speaking, I have to have more focus there. But whereas when it comes to like more edited videos, I can plan that out, I can do that there, I can say this, say that, and then I can edit it in post to make it a lot easier. So but then it's more time and harder to do the editing. So it's like there's always a trade-off. There's never a shortcut for anything. So my watch is telling me to walk around when I was just up there painting this whole time. But yeah, remember that there's never a shortcut. Always take the path of more resistance than less resistance, because it's just going to lead to better results and you're going to learn more. So that's the thing. But it is what's harder for me right now to to actually answer your question is just making these as good as I can and figuring it out, because I don't want to copy people. I want to figure this stuff out on my own. I want to make things that are truly 100% me rather than like somewhere else. It's hard because I do get influenced by a lot of stuff because I love YouTube, so I spend a lot of time on it. So naturally I'm going to get influenced by the stuff I watch. But I want to figure this stuff out on my own. That's my goal. Just so I can make some more authentic content and more authentic stuff. Because I do love doing this. This is probably the best thing I've done in my life in terms of how much enjoyment and fulfillment I get out of it. Making these videos and knowing that I've actually helped someone as well. Like whenever I see a comment, someone saying like, oh, this actually helped me out, I followed along, I'm just like, oh yes. Like, I hope those people know how much that means to me. Anyway, that is, I think that's a good point to end it on. I know I didn't do much here on this, but I did a little bit of refining. Still needs more work, but that's why I'm doing these things, just to constantly get better. Cool. All right. I want to thank you very much for watching the stream. Evil's Master, awesome person. Thank you very much for checking this out and hanging out in the chat. I appreciate you so much. And yeah, I'll see you. Hopefully you'll see the new video soon. I'm going to be working on it now. So thank you for coming by. Have an awesome day. Hope you get some drawing done as well, you know. And I hope that food was nice. So yeah, take care. Thank you everyone for coming by. Thank you everyone for hanging out. I just realized I've lost... No, look at that. I lost the view counter. Oh, we got a view counter in the corner. I accidentally moved it, but it's back now. Anyway, take care.